Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinion, I want to talk about paradigm shifting, and talk about a couple of words that are thrown around quite often. We hear the terminology Mandela effect. We also hear people waiting on the event or the rapture. Well, today I want to put out some definitions for the difference between the word affect and affect. As we are learning now through those new revelations that have come out through the vocabulary, where we can hear one thing or the other, where also we have already been observing through the Mandela effect how people can see one thing or another, that this concept has been with us in our entire life. It's just it's coming back into our remembrance. We are remembering who and what we are. As you can see in my background, I'm showing the flower of life. This would be in representation of you. As even though it looks complex and it's all overlaying, if you think about it, where I am at in the center of this, the loops that are going around me are the effect that I have on others, where they would feel the effect of what actions I take. Bear with me for a moment, guys, while I screen share for you the definitions of effect versus affect. So let's get this going. Okay, we have the definition under dictionary.com of the word affect. Affect as a verb used with object is number one, to act on, produce an effect, or change it. Okay. Cold weather affected the crops. Notice the word affected. Okay. We're starting with the affected, not effect. Number two, to impress the mind or move the feelings of. The music affected him deeply. You know that good song that it just raises your spirits, gets you moving. Okay. Number three, of pain, disease, etc. To attack or lay hold of. That's an effect. And as I'm talking about the micro within us and the macro, this is how we affect each other. Now, that was a verb. As a noun, number four, it says psychology, feeling or emotion. Okay. Five, again, well, this one is with psychiatry. The first one was psychology. The fifth one is psychiatry. An expressed or observed emotional response, restricted, flat, or blunted effect may be a symptom of mental illness, especially schizophrenia. Now, we're talking about the word affect. Number six, obsolete, affection, passion, sensation, inclination, inward disposition, or feeling. Okay, now let me move on over here to effect, which we're all calling the Mandela effect, right? Okay. I'm so sorry about the background chirping. Okay. As a noun, it's something that is produced by an agency or cause, result, or consequence. All right. Exposure to the sun had an effect of toughening his skin. Number two, power to produce results. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Efficiency, force, validity, influence. His protest had no effect. Effect here, guys. Okay, number 3, the state of being operative or functional, operation or execution, accomplishment or fulfillment, to bring a plan into effect. Okay, I think you guys get the idea. All right, so let's get back to it. Now let's look at this flower of life behind me. Now that we understand the difference between affect, which is what we do to one another, we affect each other. And by our actions and the effect that we have in what we're creating in our flower, our paradigm, affects other people. Affects other people. Okay, so once we grasp the concept of how our actions through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds affect other people, we can see how we are able and are intertwined at a quantum level, and how each and every single one of us is so important. It is so important for us to know who and what we are. That's part of why I put this channel together. Self-awareness. Realize the very power, the divine gifts that are within each and every single one of us. As you see this flower of life behind me, that would be what I would consider what each and every one of us have, with all of our friends and close family linked in behind us. As we branch out, it becomes a much bigger and much more complicated equation as we are quantumly entangled. We're going through a paradigm shift. We're coming out of one age and going into the other. And I have to tell you guys, we are in exciting times to know how you affect and cause effects on other people is divine. So as we're going through this transition period of remembering who and what we are, realize that everything we do, every effect that we put into practice, affects other people around us. We're seeing that with the Mandela effect. We're seeing that now with the audio. And we're also seeing where we are able to hear different things when we put our mind to it. I've got some guests coming up this week. It's just going to be a really exciting week, guys. Stay tuned. So that's it for paradigm. Trying to give you guys some examples, some things to think about, some tools to put in your toolbox as you're walking through your day, affecting and then affecting others around you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Send this message everywhere. Hit the notification bell to be notified of live streaming. I do improv live streaming. You guys may see me later on tonight. I have interviews lined up, and I do my devotional videos to you guys also, to try and give you the tools that I have, that I've learned through my experience and testimonies, so that way it can help you to understand who and what you are, that very divine spark that is in each and every one of us, so we can create a much better world. The more of us that come together in this understanding, limitless, guys, absolutely limitless. Okay, well, that's it for this episode of Michelle's Opinions. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.